Carrie unexpectedly has a very well-known biographer named Duncan Reeves as a downstairs neighbor in the garden unit of her building. He spends 6 months of the year writing in New York, before he finally loses it and knocks on her door, demanding that she take off her shoes so he can write and sleep in peace. We are treated to a montage of Carrie strolling around her home in numerous pairs of crazy heels, set to "These boots are made for walking," of course. At least Charlotte comes clean when she brings this up to Miranda, Seema, and Charlotte at lunch, informing Carrie that it's more hygienic to take your shoes off at home. And Carrie says it at that moment. I still find it hard to comprehend this phrase, which we all knew was coming. How could Carrie, who lives in a large townhouse on Gramercy Park, have been unaware that someone would occupy the unit 6 months of the year? Carrie is still shocked when Seema, her buying agent, tells her that she did inform her about this tenant. The man turns out to be the well-known historical historian Duncan Reeves, not just a sour itinerant. He is this imaginary universe's Ron Chernow. Is Carrie unaware that she is impeding the development of My Fair Iron Lady? His upcoming novel, which is about Margaret Thatcher, may be adapted for the stage. Carrie brings Duncan a gift basket as a peace offering because she feels a little awful about the incident, but she laughs at the gesture and gives her a pair of slippers. Carrie is persevering despite the fact that this seems like a crazy hill to die on. Due to the neighboring unit next to her Airbnb blasting some sort of Kirkland brand Metallica all night long, Miranda has her own noise complaint. Carrie and Miranda eventually become roommates after she tries to deal with it by slipping the odd letter under the neighbor's door to get him to tone down the music. However, one night he opens the door with a cleaver and threatens to hack her to pieces if she continues to complain. An unexpected package arrives at the house just as Miranda does. Carrie has been hankering after this large, stupid table all season. When she discovered it had sold last week, she was devastated that she had lost out, but she was unaware that Aiden had purchased it. He got it for her. That's a wonderfully sweet gesture, even the delivery man agrees. When Duncan gets home, Miranda can't help but fangirl over him and ask him to autograph her copy of his Winston Churchill book, which she is holding outside to accept the delivery with Carrie. Are you curious about who else enjoys Duncan Reeves? Who is Samantha Jones? In her first appearance by text message this season, Carrie asks Samantha, who, as you may remember, lives in London, if she knows anything about Duncan. According to Samantha, he's a lot of fun. Even if it's a text and Kim Cattrall isn't on this show, I can still hear her saying it. Assume that she texts in voice and that her words are reverberating around London. It was entertaining to laugh at Harry when he was urinating on himself 2 episodes ago, but it turns out that his recent obsession with his own death has been real. He tells Charlotte that he has prostate cancer after seeing a doctor. As Charlotte begins to lose it, Harry tells her that the cancer was detected early and that he will be all right. He begs Charlotte not to tell anyone because he doesn't want to be known as the cancer guy. Though it's not the getaway they had dreamed for, Charlotte and Lisa have scheduled a weekend of glamping on Governor's Island. Herbert and Lisa are often arguing. Lily, Harry, and Rock won't leave their tent, and Harry's covered cancer diagnosis is destroying Charlotte. Lisa takes some time with Charlotte to calm down after Herbert accuses her of being too close to her editor, Man Marion. The two ladies then confide in one another, because it's obvious that Lisa has a complicated infatuation on Man Marion. She's obviously uncomfortable, but it could just be a work crutch. Lisa senses that Charlotte is struggling, but she keeps her tears to herself and doesn't share their struggles with Lisa because she has pledged to keep Harry's health a secret. Despite being in their 50s, Miranda and Carrie have the dynamics of a first-year college roommate. Miranda is very well organized. It turns out that this intelligent individual is the worst person to live with. She moves around, covers Carrie's new table with papers, uses the scarf Carrie provided her to clean up a spilled Coke, and then consumes the last of the yogurt. Seema, who has been idle on this show for weeks, is eagerly awaiting word on whether she will be granted a bank loan to launch her own real estate company. She chats with Adam, Carrie's gardener, while she nervously smokes in her backyard. Adam invites her to take a puff from her cigarette. She informs him, "I thought you were all organic and green." He answers, "Yeah, but I'm not a freak about it." This dynamic really appeals to me. Seema told the bank officer that she couldn't live without her driver only a few moments ago, but now she's flirting with a man whose muddy shoes would completely ruin the floor mats in her car. Seema is upset that things didn't work out when she finds out she wasn't accepted for the bank loan, but Miranda employs her to find her a new apartment because she knows she needs to leave Carrie's place. Everyone benefits because Carrie will regain ownership of her home, Seema will receive a broker's fee, and Miranda will have the opportunity to once again be a genuine character. What about the relationship between Carrie and Duncan? Carrie rushes into Duncan's flat to stave him while he is using noise-canceling headphones and doesn't hear his fire alarm going off. Or at least wait for him to remove his flaming pot from the stove as she stands there with her fingers in her ears. And that's where their lovely friendship started, my love. There are two authors working side by side in the same room.